What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Street Fighter Duel video. Good morning, everybody. It is time. It is time, boys and girls, for Evil Ryu and his appearance in Street Fighter Duel. I'm very excited for this. So he pretty much is the same setup as Akuma, where he's got Infernal, Assassin. He is a power type, and he's as a Tsuken, of course. So we're going to do an initial review of his skills, everything that he is, and everything that his fighting spirit is, and his garage. And then we're going to go into the fighter's realm, and then we're going to do a summon video. So we're going to have 3 videos out for you today. What I'm a little bit surprised about is the fact that we don't have an actual event, but I believe that's happening tomorrow. So look out for that. That will probably drop then. So for now, all we have is the fighter's realm itself. So let's get into the actual character and see what he's all about. So first off, gallery, here he is right there. Now I'll be summoning for him for sure. Okay, I'm Team Evil Ryu. I'm Team Ryu all the way. You guys know this about me already. So the fact that he's out, I'm pretty sure he's going to be a pretty dope character. So let's review everything that he has. Okay, so let's start off with his passive. So Satsu Surge, fighter gains 1 Satsu no Iki. When deployed in the starting lineup, all fighters lose 15% of their current HP, but deals 50% more damage until the end of the battle. Okay, so that's really cool. All friendly fighters lose. Okay, wow, that's pretty wild. Okay, Shun Goku Satsu is unleashed when Dragon Slam or Shoryuken results in a kill. So okay, you got to kill somebody with them. So that's his C3, I believe, and his ultimate. Causing all friendly fighters to lose 1% of their current HP, but gain another Satsu no Iki. Okay, so that's stack. Wow, so that'll be 30% then. Shun Goku Satsu deals soul damage equal to 735% of attack to the enemy with the lowest HP by percentage. Okay, that's cool. And character has control immunity when unleashing the skill. So this increases the boost stat to 25% instead of 15. That's crazy. Increases damage dealt by Shun Goku Satsu by 845% of attack instead. And when an enemy uses combo 3 when Evil Ryu has less than 60% HP, wow, okay, he unleashes it one time there, but it's only triggered once per battle. So that's pretty damn good, guys. Satsu no Iki. So effect described here only on Evil Ryu Satsu no Iki. So fighter takes 10% less soul damage and takes 10% less soul damage and 5% more damage for all the types of damage. Okay, so that's a little rough. Their pressure is also increased by 10%. Satsu no Iki lasts 30 seconds and can stack up to 10 times. So there's some good and some bad. Overall, though, really good. Let's talk about a super. So all friendly fighters gain 2 Satsu no Iki but lose 1% of their current max HP. So their current HP. Okay, so not their max HP, just their current HP. Okay, that's good. The first strike on the first target deals soul damage of 525. Then another strike deals 97% to attack to enemies within the area of effect. So it is a single attack and then an AOE. 8% damage boost to the damage dealt with Dragon Slam for every 1 Satsu no Iki. So that's pretty crazy because I believe that stacks 30 times. That's great. That can go pretty high. Damage Slam. Dragon Slam is unleashed when this stack of Satsu no Iki exceeds 3. Okay. And then the fighter gets... So you can't actually stack it that much. Okay. So fighter has super armor unleashed. The skill takes 50% less damage. Okay. So that's pretty good. So we know that... Oh, so sorry. It lasts up to 10... Stacks up to 10 times. Not 30 times. That'd be crazy. Stacks up to 10 times but lasts 30 seconds. So... Still, even then, 80% boost. But the problem is, I hope it doesn't go away. No, I don't think it does. So Dragon Slam is unleashed when the stack count exceeds 3. So he just continues to grow, but every time it exceeds 3, he'll do it one time at least. He'll gain super armor, and then he'll also take 50% less damage. That's pretty crazy, actually. I'm curious to see how much damage this does, though, altogether with the boost. All right, so going to his Metsu Hadoken. Skill cannot be unleashed by player. It's automatically unleashed once if after Shoryuken is unleashed. Shoryuken is, I believe, this one? Yep, okay. The stack count of Satsu no Ado is greater than 5. Okay, the trigger intervals every 18 seconds. Deals soul damage or 382 attack to 1 target. The enemy's energy level is also lowered by 60 for every... Oh, wow, okay, that's crazy. And I'm assuming energy level is probably their super bar. Okay, every Satsu no expends lowers the enemy's energy by 100. Wow, every Satsu no expends... What? That's crazy. So he's pretty much removing people's energy bars, making them have less super. That's crazy. Now, this is a triggered attack, though. Keep that in mind, guys. So, it can only be done if he unleashes Shoryuken or the stack count is greater than 5. So let's see what Shoryuken is. Skill cannot be unleashed by player, of course. Okay, automatically unleashed once combo. Teammate uses combo 3. Also, he's pretty much like MH Ken. All friendly fighters lose 1% of the HP. Fighter strikes 6 times at the enemy with the lowest HP dealing. Wow. Okay. So when the fighter's Setsuno exceeds 3, skill will ignore a certain amount of the target's defense within the amount given a percentage. Okay. When the fighter's Satsuno Iki stack counts exceed 3, ignores damage immunities. Yo. That's crazy. If you guys don't know what damage immunities are, so for taking Bison, for example, he has damage immunity with Infernal King. It'll ignore that and actually probably kill him for it. That's crazy, guys. Okay, okay, so he's looking pretty damn good. Okay, so Fighting Spirit. Blazing Surge. Exclusively on Ryu. Of course, HP, attack, defense, and crit. And remember, his EX move is out too, so I'll have to do a review on that. We'll do it here, actually, as well. Satsu Surge. When an enemy uses combo 3, when Evil Ryu has less than 30% HP, Shun Goku Satsu is unleashed on that enemy once per... Okay, so it goes from 60% to 30%. So does it do it twice, I wonder? 60 and 30 now? That'd be pretty crazy. That needs to be tested. Okay. Assist skill. Takes effect when the fighter is in assist position. Assisted fighter loses 50% of their HP when deployed in the starting lineup. However, they also deal 20% more damage. That's amazing. This is a skill for everybody, but for M. Bison specifically, because M. Bison won't die, M. Bison doing 20% more damage right from the get-go till the end of the battle is pretty crazy. This is an amazing M. Bison assist skill, but will probably apply to everybody, especially because if you have EX moves, and if you put Elena or Summer Yang in your team, they're going to get that 15 HP back pretty quickly, 50% HP, right? That's a wild assist. This is going to be a pretty top assist for a while, for bosses especially. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alicia's Shun Gokusatsu can interrupt the target's skill. Pretty damn good. An interrupt in there. Now, it is random, unfortunately, because it's based on his HP loss. So that's going to be a little bit of RNG there. But the fact that it can still do that in the middle of a combo is pretty damn bomb. Shun Satsugoku has a 100% chance of inflicting silence on enemies hit within the next 6 seconds. That's crazy. This effect cannot be dispelled. So 6 seconds of silence, that could for sure 100% stops combos. So you have another interrupt now. Increases the damage dealt with Shun by 30%. And the skill now ignores the target's shields and damage immunities. His FS30 is bonkers, guys. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this character looks incredible. So there is some RNG involved here, right? Because of his actual talents being triggers, and his Shungoku Satsu going off based off of his HPs. So 30%, 60%, right? That's going to be a little bit of a random occurrence for the silence and the interrupt, but nonetheless, pretty crazy. Okay, before we go anywhere else, let's go look at his EX move. Okay, here's Akuma's, here is his. Okay, so let's take a look. Base stats, okay, we were fine there. Attack, bonus, defense. Oh, wow, we crit rate. Compared to Akuma, who did Akuma give crit rate as well? Crit damage. Oh, okay, they're both really good. So having both of these in your repertoire, his and Akuma's, will give you crit rate and crit damage, which is the best amplifiers in the game. Okay, so as Satsuno Iki descends on the enemy, all friendly fighters ignore their pain and take 60% less damage for the next 5 seconds. However, they also suffer backlash and take damage equal to 100% of their damage reduction. Damage effect ignores any shields. Okay, so there's a good thing and a bad thing. So the 100% extra damage you suffer sucks, but you take 6% less damage for 5 seconds, and you ignore damage immunities. Again, another Bison Killer move, right? So pretty damn good. Pretty good. Is it better than Breath of Rage, though? I don't know. That's what I don't know. That or Akuma's might still be a bit better for damage. So we're going to have to do a little bit of testing on that one, okay? All right, guys. So that pretty much is Evil Ryu. What do I think about him? I think he looks absolutely incredible. So the next thing we're going to do now is go into the Fighter's Realm, complete that, test him out. Real quick before we go anywhere. Sorry, guys. I forgot to do the cars. Let's check out his cars real quick. So go to Bio, Challenge, and let's check out his cars. Where's these skills? Cars. Crimson Mora grants 1 additional strike with Shoryuken for damage equal to... Wow. So another strike. And there's no longer a cap of the Satsuno Iki count for the effect of the... Oh my goodness. Wow. The final Shoryuken strike inflicts the pain of Satsuno Iki on the target, who then takes true damage equal to 70% of Ryu's attack every second for 15 seconds? And this ignores damage immunity effects? Bro. What a broken character. What a broken character. Okay, this is going to be interesting because I feel like he is going to be one of the top characters in the game, if not the top character in the game now at this point, for damage at least. Wow. Okay, so there you guys have it. My initial thoughts on Evil Ryu. Looks absolutely bonkers. Is he a must-have? He might actually be a must-have unit. So let's go into the fighters realm next, and I'll see you guys in that video. Take care.